tend to do a lot of keyword research when it comes to programmatic SEO. All I'm really looking for is to find a group of keywords that can be repeated. So location is obviously an easy one. Golf courses in city, golf courses in state, golf courses in city and state. There's different ways you can do it on a location basis, and I've covered this before on my blog post, where really it's not that different to normal SEO. Like, we're just trying to find topics that people are searching for and create a page that answers it. We're just going to use it with data and on a bigger scale. So we don't really need to worry too much. Like, obviously these keywords, golf course in Fullerton, Riverside, Columbia, etc., probably going to be a little bit too competitive to start with, because we're going to be building a site from scratch. If we were buying an existing site that already had some backlinks and some history, probably we could jump in a lot easier. But when we're starting with a brand new fresh domain, we're probably going to be looking at even more long tail than this. So a few examples could be public golf courses in a particular place. So that instantly adds another keyword into it, which is even more specific than just golf courses in Fullerton. It would be private golf courses or public golf courses. And as you can see, private has a lot of traffic as well. So there's plenty to go at. Private, public, then you can start looking at even more niche filters based on the data that we have. We can break it down even further. So we could be looking at, for example, golf courses built in a specific year. People may be researching information about historical golf courses. So you can even pull this information in to build blog posts and other related content around that. You could even do, a great one will be golf courses designed by Jack Nicklaus, one of the greatest golfers of all time. So you could do that for literally every golf course designer. Arnold Palmer, obviously, another very well-known person in golf, that you could create blog posts around these people, and then you just pull in the data from this database. Here, all the golf courses designed by Arnold Palmer, and then you add some context to that. You can look at things like cheapest golf courses, most expensive golf courses. Then you can expand that out into cheapest and most expensive golf courses in a city or a state. So there's lots of ways that we can take this data and create even more long tail, not just programmatic pages as you would expect and you see in examples, but for blog posts as well. So we can reuse this data in multiple ways. Like, I think there was some data somewhere about how many bunkers are in each golf course. So you could do blog posts around the golf courses with the most bunkers, golf courses with the least bunkers. And then, there's a lot of content that can be brought in here that's interesting to people that play golf. So it doesn't always have to be a very specific sort of keyword research. Oh, there's 1.2k people searching for this. The difficulty is this, that, and the other. We can just use the data we have and just think outside the box and just look at what we have and how we can mix and match this data to find interesting things. So, for example, we could look at golf courses designed by Jack Nicklaus that are private, that are public. How old are they? There's all kinds of information that we can glean from this database to do things a bit different. And there's, from the examples there's so much content that we could create. Again, it is easier with code because I can manipulate this, and you can much more easily produce these pages like programmatically on the fly. With WordPress and no code, we're going to have to get a bit creative, and I'll hopefully in a future video show you an example of what I mean about how we can do that. But it means multiple CSVs that we need to create from this. So if, for example, we wanted to do like this, at the minute this search is only showing 47 golf courses from Scottsdale, Arizona. So to do a Scottsdale only page, we'd need to export all of these results, which I don't know how you do. There you go, copy rows as CSV. So we can export those to a CSV, import that into WordPress, and then we could just have it as one page. So we could do that. You'd have to do it for every city and every state. So I'll probably do an example on a state level, because we may need to mess with this database a little bit to get it to work in WordPress without any code at all. And then I'll talk about like how we could expand that out to use code when it's in WordPress, or if you wanted to use WordPress as a sort of a trial run to see if you can get traffic with keywords at scale like this, and then maybe move to a more code-based solution afterwards. So in the next video, I'm basically going to look at cleaning up this data source, because as we see, there's a lot of fields here that don't have information. So we need to go through and try and clean it up as much as possible so that it's as usable as it can be when we build our templates. And that's in the next video.